Hi you all, it's Jerusha. Today is Saturday, May 27th, 2017. I want to share with you something that I just recently even thought about purchasing. It's a Dreadhead HQ sells it, and you can also get it on Amazon, and it's called Head Honcho Hair Pick. And first learned about it, well, I saw it on the website, you know, for Dreadhead HQ. And I didn't really understand why you would use it. It's a hair pick. I've seen these before back in the 80s. I grew up in the 80s, where you would tease your hair. So this is the hair pick. You know, they look like this. They sometimes all plastic, sometimes like this metal, and then there's plastic here. Anyway, Midlife Dread, who I've talked about before, on, I think it may be her 7-month dread update. Anyway, she talked about this and how she used this, by the way. And it got my attention because I had been working on a scalp health and stimulation and various comfort aspects of dreadlocks, scalp with dreadlocks video, which I haven't published yet, by the way. But I have been working on that, and then I noticed this. She did this video. She loved this. She had this, and she would like go, yeah, it's great because you go in like to your, like, kind of like parallel to your scalp, and you kind of go like this, and you just like use this to itch your scalp, and it feels great. She pointed that out. That was something I didn't realize, like when I saw this video or saw this product on Dreadhead HQ, I didn't really understand why you would use this for dreadlocks. So I couldn't understand it. So she pointed that out. She also said, great for travel because, hey, it goes like this and it folds up. I was like, whoa, that's awesome. Okay, so Head Honcho, it's called, by Dreadhead HQ. Turns out you can get it other places, cheaper even. So I got mine. Actually, I purchased 2 after I saw her video and started thinking about it because I was using other things to stimulate my scalp. That I use a soft boar bristle brush with a wooden handle, and have not published a video on the scalp health because this kind of overrode some of the things that I actually had been talking about. Also, she talked about using the conditioning oils. She uses Dreadlocks conditioning oils. She doesn't use all the other Dreadlocks products. I think recently she might have switched to Dreadlocks shampoo. Yay for that. But she said that you can use this, put the Dreadlocks conditioning oil, or whatever conditioning oil you want to use, but Dreadlocks is great because they mix coconut oil with a few other oils, and it's liquidy. And then she said she would like put it in her hand, and then she would like dab the tips of the Head Honcho hair pick in her hand like this, so the oil would be on the tips of this, and then she would use this to apply it to the scalp. Which us white folk with the whether we have curly hair or straight hair or fine hair or whatever, we don't want our hair or our dreadlocks to get oily by applying oil to our scalp. So she had this miraculous idea. I think she came up with it on her own. I thought it was amazing, and I made a comment on our video about it when I finally watched it, which actually she made it a few months ago, and I only watched it like less than 2 or 3 weeks ago. Anyway, her idea about using this, the tips of this, to dip in the oil and then apply it directly to the scalp was just so great. It was a genius idea. It was genius. So I got 2 of these from Amazon. I'll tell you how much I paid. So I have Amazon Prime. My family has Amazon Prime, so that's cool because you sometimes get free shipping. In fact, a lot of times you get free shipping. However, even with that, you pay, or I paid, $5.69 each for this Head Honcho. There. Same thing. So then when I was at Mid-K, MID-K, this is this little chain in Portland, Oregon. I think it's only Portland, Oregon. I'm not sure. There's at least two locations of this chain where I get my synthetic and human hair supplies. Not Sally's. It's not that. It's more focused on hair. Anyway, so I was there the other day, and I have my receipt. I found the same thing. It came in this packaging, which is exactly the packaging I got off of Amazon. Got another one, actually, because I'm like, well, what? This is really great, you know? I'm just going to get it. This is how much it costs at mid-K. And here in Portland, Oregon, we don't have any sales tax, by the way. And if we order things from other states, we don't have to pay sales tax because we pay up the ASS for like other, like, you know, our income taxes and property taxes, I guess. Anyway, we don't have sales tax here in Portland, Oregon. So anyway, this is the price of this item, which is the same thing exactly as I got off of Amazon. On the back here, $1.29. See, you can see mid-K beauty supply, $1.29. And yes, 1 PR metal folding pick, $1.29 on my receipt here. All right, so $1.29. That's pretty awesome. Okay, I think that actually it's okay, like this $5.69 that they charge on Amazon, because it's still not as expensive as most of the stuff on Naughty Boy and Dreadhead HQ. But Midlife Dread pointed out that it folds up very cool like this, which is cool because you don't want to like stab yourself when you're packing for a trip. You don't want to stab your stuff either when you have it in there in your like suitcase or purse or whatever. You don't want to like hurt stuff or yourself. So anyway, she said that she had a hard time going through customs sometime because they didn't know for sure what this was for, because you know it does look like you could hurt someone with it. You know, if you were on a plane and you really were desperate to like hurt some people, you might use this like that. But I'm sure that she had it folded up. But you know how they put it through the X-ray machine? Well, they probably had some questions for her, according to her her update. I think it was 7-month update. Anyway, but this is cool. This is very cool. So I bought 2 from Amazon, and then I went and purchased at least 1 more when I was at mid-K, because I'm just like, wow, this is cool. And I'm pretty sure $1.29 is less than I paid on Amazon, and it was. Then when I went home and checked it out. So, hopefully you have a place like mid-K there in your city, closest city. And here in Portland, Oregon, we've got like, we're apparently one of the whitest cities in terms of like not very multi-ethnic, and we get a lot of flack for that. We feel very guilty for that. Even though I don't think it's our fault, but there are a lot of Black people here in this city, but they live in different areas, and that's like segregated, and that's not cool. It's not cool to have people segregated into different parts of the city based on their race. It's not. And then when you start making places cooler, then, you know, sometimes it's the ethnic parts of the neighborhoods, and then the people that live there their whole lives for generations can't afford the property taxes because the property values go up, and then they reassess, and then the property taxes go up, and then people that have lived there their whole lives have to sell their houses because they can't afford to pay the property taxes. That's what's called, what's the word? Gentrification? ReGentrification? Something like that. Sorry, I'm ignorant. I'm ignorant about this stuff. Because I've never lived in a place where, like, I'm not originally from Portland, Oregon. I've only lived here since 1996. I'm originally from the East Coast. And we didn't have ReGentrification in the town I came up from because we were all poor. Didn't matter what skin color we were all poor. And we didn't have that many people of other skin colors because we were all super poor. So... but yeah, there was no gentrification. There was no increase in property value. I grew up on a farm, 100-acre farm. A lot of it was wasteland, actually. It wasn't like all straight, like really productive land. So not to complain at all, but I'm just saying I don't have any personal family experience with ReGentrification or gentrification. And please feel free to make fun of me for not knowing that word. By the way, it's just, you know, we have this guilt. People sometimes, the white people have white guilt. And then I've heard there's actually a book on like white male guilt, or feeling guilty for being a white male. There's a book on it. It's kind of snarky though. I don't think it's cool because, yeah, it's like, yeah, you don't want to feel guilty for being what you are. you know, white or white and male, you know, it's not cool to like feel guilty about it because you didn't have anything to do with it really, but you do have to understand that not everyone's like you. Not everyone has the advantages that you have just simply because of the color of your skin or your gender. So you have to understand it, but you shouldn't get a chip on your shoulder because people look at you a certain way because you do have advantages. You just need to kind of accept it. It doesn't mean that you personally have access to all of those advantages, because lots of times people that are white and male, they don't have any money. Their families don't have any money. Their families aren't paying for them to go to, or helping them to go to college, but still they're white and male. So they could pass in certain, you know, areas. They could just recreate I don't know. They could recreate their identity, and even if they don't have family backing them financially, they could, well, they could pass possibly better, than have advantages more than some people that have a different skin color with the same family backing, same financial backing that they have. So it's something that we don't need to feel guilty about just because we don't have anything to do with it, just because we didn't like plan it or cause it, but we should still be aware of it. And I think that that's kind of where people get hung up, is that just because you didn't do anything wrong to cause your skin color to be white or your gender to be male, doesn't mean that you shouldn't be aware of how you do have some advantages, even with everything else being equal. All right, I will talk to you soon. I'm going to be recording some more videos today.